you've touched on some pretty hot topics over the past year, and one was the subject that doesn't exist called white supremacy. Now, a couple of times I noticed that as we were writing back and forth about that, you made some corrections about that, and he said it goes beyond white supremacy. What did you mean by that?
Well, I think if we, like in America, there's a big focus on race and race relations. And we so often distill the discussion to black and white. Now, that's a completely dumb way to talk about race in America. With all these different people and all these different cultures, all these different colors, but we distill it to black and white, that's dumb. And even when we just talk about black people and white people, well, those aren't very good descriptive terms. When you look up the definitions of those terms in the dictionary, white is everything pure and enlightening. Black is everything gloomy and depressing and occult. So these words are terrible, but that's what we use for the basis of our discussion about race relations. But my thought is we're never going to get anywhere with this notion of race relations and how can we get over some of these problems until we address male domination over women in the United States of America. It's like we've gone to step two, this race stuff, instead of step one, dealing with male domination over women. You got to understand, when these so-called forefathers, George Washington and Thomas Jefferson and these other hypocritical, slave-owning, just freaks, well, when these guys were putting all this government together,
forefathers.
Yeah, these forefathers. Because when they were putting this together, these guys decided, well, it's all men are created equal. And when you want to talk about the intent of these forefathers, they meant that. They
all
really
white men
meant
are
it.
created equal.
And it was white men. Now again, first we got to get back to the women, because if we don't figure that out, if we don't go back to step one, then this other stuff, we're not going to get anywhere with it. So until this matter of male domination over women, until we figure that out in America, you can't solve anything else. So women in the United States couldn't vote until 1920. 1920. It's a long time from 1776 or 1789. A long time from that. Now, black men, post-slave, when we were just, we were black beasts, 3/5 of a man. Well, by 1876, you got black men voting in Indianapolis. 1876. So black men able to vote before these white women. Now, if I'm a white woman, I got to think, now, wait a minute. These black beast, 3/5 of a person, slaves, post-slaves, these mugs can vote before me, a white woman. Now, that's absolutely outrageous. Now, we still haven't really dealt with it. We haven't, And with this notion of, this rape culture. Now, you have Donald Trump saying, well, China's raping the United States, just raping. And he had to come to Fort Wayne to say that. Donald Trump had to come to Fort Wayne to talk about China raping the United States. You had Richard Murdoch running for the Senate saying, well, even in that situation of rape, it's what God meant. And then you got Casey Hendrickson, part-time guy on WoWo, MNC radio, talking about how he would rape a car. You got Bobby Knight, famously back in the 80s, talking about telling Connie Chung, well, if you're being raped, just lay back and enjoy it. And so that's the sort of mindset that we have out here. You hear our music. You see how our culture is, drenched in violence, drenched in misogyny, drenched in violence against women, yet nobody wants to talk about this notion of male domination over women because we're just swimming in it, and it's just supposed to be normal. But I don't think it's normal.
You did it again. We want to continue this conversation here at a later point.
Okay.
Because when you went into